Hello, everybody, and a very, very warm welcome to our Women in Sectional Title Soundbite. Today, we are welcoming our sponsor, CIA, the building insurance specialists who've become a sponsor to Women in Sectional Title. We're really, really grateful to have them on board. And also, I'd like to welcome Kayla Wessels. Kayla is the training leader and marketing consultant at CIA. Hello, Kayla.
Hi, Marina, and thank you very much for this opportunity to be part of Women in Sectional Title. We are very excited to be part of it, and well done to you and your team. I think it's really necessary to have something like this, and women working together is always a plus. So thank you very much.
You know, I drive quite often past your CIA building there in Bedford View. It always looks like everybody's very busy. There are a lot of cars there. And I just wanted to understand what makes CIA different. How do you guys distinguish yourselves from other insurance companies?
Well, CIA is a niche insurer, but we are also the only niche insurer who specializes in buildings only. So we therefore believe that we understand the unique and growing challenges faced by today's property owners, body corporates, their managing agents, and trustees. And then at the end of the day, people's buildings are their most valuable assets. So it's essential for them to choose a specialist so they're not exposed to any unnecessary risks. And then also what makes us different is our policy wordings have been written to provide peace of mind as well as excellent value for money.
I think it's important in any area or industry to be specialist because it just provides you with such a good understanding of all the issues. You know, you don't have to go look anything up about a certain part of the law. What kind of buildings do you cover? You know, we talk about community schemes, and I know the community scheme ombud service talks about all different kinds of buildings, including even things like communes and things in the future. But what do you guys cover? What buildings?
We basically cover any types of buildings, but more relating to women in sectional title, we will focus mostly on our community living product. So our community living product covers all types of community schemes, such as sectional title schemes, homeowners associations, retirement villages, and then also share blocks. And then a nice thing about our community living product is that it complies with all the Sectional Title Acts and regulations. So that's also a big plus and peace of mind, for trustees and body corporates.
And if we speak about legislation in sectional title, what do the trustees need to know about what has to be insured? What is the legislation regarding? I mean, I know it, but I want you to tell me.
Yeah, you know that very well, and your book has been a big help for us as well. So we love your demystifying sectional title book. So thanks for that as well. But basically, to sum it up, trustees must arrange, an insurance cover for the buildings, for all the buildings in the scheme, for the total replacement cost of the buildings. Then secondly, they must also arrange liability cover for theft not theft. They must arrange liability cover for bodily injury or death or bodily injury, as well as damage to property resulting from the common property in the scheme. And that should be for no less than 10 million rand. And then lastly, they should also arrange fidelity cover to cover the scheme's funds, against fraud or dishonesty. And then a nice extra cover for them to have, a very necessary cover in our opinion, is trustees indemnity cover. So this covers trustees for wrongful acts in their scope of being a trustee, and it also covers the scheme for financial loss due to the trustees' wrongful acts. And CIA automatically includes trustees indemnity for 10 million rand, as well as liability for 50 million rand.
Okay, now you know what, in my view, and speaking to all of the trustees, bodies, corporates, and quite a few owners who come to our practice, I think that unfortunately, due to the sort of economic circumstances in the country, we've got a lot of temptation with accounts and money and trustees utilizing money. So I think trustees really need to be mindful about that and have the correct cover. Talking about cover, you've got this something called all risks cover, and it really sounds like a great concept, but can you just explain that to our women listening today?
Yes, definitely. So Basically, insurers have two bases on which they can base their policy wording. So firstly, you have perils-based policies. Now, with a perils-based policy, you have a defined list of events such as storm, wind, water, hail, snow, and fire, but you are only covered for those listed perils. So if something happens and it's not a listed peril on a perils-based policy, unfortunately, then you don't enjoy any cover. Whereas with asset or risk, everything is covered unless that which is specifically excluded. So if you can't find it in the list of exclusions, it means it's covered. So to use an example, let's say you spilled some paint on a carpet. If you go look in your policy wording and you go search for in a list of exclusions, spilling of paint on a carpet, and you can't find it anywhere in the policy wording, it means you are covered. So also accidental damage is fully covered with asset or risk policies, which is a great cover to have since we are human, and at the end of the day, accidents do happen.
Correct. And you know what interested me in the last bit of legislation that came out a couple of years ago was with regard to impact by aircraft. That was something that was added in the Sectional Title Schemes Management Act. And obviously that stemmed from, a 9/11 and those kind of events. So obviously insurance has also got to keep up with whatever perils are the order of the day, I suppose.
Yes, so it's very nice because lots of times people don't know what they are covered for. But if you just go through the list of exclusions and you don't find it, then you know, okay, I am covered for it. So that's what makes that so great.
All right, one last question for you, Kayla. What are the biggest mistakes that you guys see unit owners or bodies making when they put their claims in? I mean, as I understand it, actually the body corporate should be putting claims in on behalf of the owners. Am I right? Or are there certain circumstances where owners come straight to you with building insurance claims?
It depends. Usually the broker puts in the claim for our clients, but lots of times it also goes through the managing agent. So the biggest misconception for insurance is that insurance is a maintenance contract. But the cost of maintaining your property and keeping it in a good condition and a good state of repair and fixing faults and defects such as waterproofing a leaking roof is all part of the ongoing costs, maintenance cost a scheme must make provision for. And usually they want to claim these costs from the insurance, but insurance is not a maintenance contract. So these costs must actually provision should be made for these costs, in their 10-year maintenance program, which they should budget for. So unfortunately, insurance is not a maintenance contract, but it is there to protect you against the unexpected.
Unexpected. So you just got to think to the ladies listening today, and hopefully there are a few men who do support women in sectional title listening as well. Insurance is really for sudden events. Am I right? Sudden, unexpected boom. It's not wear and tear or things that have atrophied over time.
Yes, and if you think about it, maintenance is an ongoing thing. It's an ongoing cost you go on, where insurance is for sudden events, like a storm. It's something you can't control, or impact a car driving through a wall. It's things beyond your control, where maintenance, it's an ongoing thing. So if you just think about it like that, it also makes it a bit easier.
Excellent. Kayla, thank you so very much. We really appreciate your time. It's been a pleasure to speak to you. Thank you so much also to CIA for having the vision to sponsor Women in Sectional Title. We're definitely gaining traction and we're so appreciative of all the support. Thank you so much again.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Marina. Enjoy your day.